All right, guys. Today, I just want to talk a little bit about friendships in the community. And partially, I'm talking about this guy. This is the King Battle from Frank Fisher. Now, I did a video recently, a few days ago, about the entire Fisher family reunion, I think I called it, because I had, 15, 16, a dozen or more Fisher knives from both Frank Fisher, TJ Fisher, and Todd Fisher Sr. So today out here, I've got two. I've got my personal battle, the first battle I ever owned, and I love it. And then I have Tristan's King battle, the one that I covet, I envy, I want. But he's not ready to sell, and I get it. I'm not ready to sell my stuff either. And then I have a Tim Gallion XL Junkyard Dog. And this came to me from a friend, Jim Skelton. He had bought this. He was going to sell it. He shipped it to me to film before we sent it off to Recon 1 to be sold. And when I first pulled it out of the box, in the unboxing, and I flipped it one time, I said, there's no way I can send this on to Recon 1. I just need to buy it. So I worked it out, and I own this now. The reason why this guy is out is because Tristan, the owner of this, wants to check it out. So what we were going to do is we were going to connect at CCKS, which is happening right now as I'm filming. Obviously, I didn't make it down there, or I wouldn't be at home filming. We were going to connect and we were going to just trade for a little while. Loan trade, not trade, but loan trade. But another buddy of mine, Anthony, bought a battle from Tristan. Tristan was shipping it to me, so he included this as a big shock to me. So, long story short, on Monday, I'm filming on a Saturday, this and these two are going down to Tristan. Obviously, at some point, he'll ship this back to me. I told him, carry it, use it, get it back to me in a month or so. I don't even care. Which takes me back to the kind of the point of this video is the friends that I have made in this hobby. Now, Tristan, I think I met and talked with before I even started my channel almost 4 years ago. So we've been back and forth, in different Facebook groups, different Instagram, postings. We've been chatting and commenting to each other for a while. And while I ramble here, we'll just give you a close-up of this beautiful King battle. So I met him in person finally at, I believe, last year's CCKS, or maybe it was early 2023. They did one in the spring. And so I met him. I got to handle this one there. I took some pictures, took a quick little video and things like that. And at the time, we were kind of talking price and whatnot, but he wasn't ready to sell. I wasn't ready to buy. So at some point, it might happen. If not, that's okay too. So, but the friendships I've made with him, we talk all the time. It's just great. So he had no problem shipping this one to me, and I have no problem shipping this one to him. And he told me to use the battle. He specifically asked me to do some paper cutting tests with it because it cuts like a mofo, which was super awesome. And I told him, feel free to use this for whatever you want. Please carry it to and from work. Like just use it like your own. There's already a kind of a little scratchy thing up there. And this is not a video to point everything out like a rental. No, I don't care. I know I have gotten some little snail trails, I think we call them, just normal use wear marks on our knives. And that's totally fine. But there's a few guys in my circle of friends. Tristan is absolutely one of them. George, the person I bought this from, is in that group. Anthony, there's a list of people that could reach out to me today and say, hey, can I borrow X, Y, or Z for a little bit? Either for my YouTube channel. I'm totally down to send things to other YouTubers. I've done that a lot. In fact, I have a handful of knives with a therapeutic edge right now that he's filming and doing some stuff. I have loaned the VC Edge interfaces out a number of times. These have both gone around to a couple of people. People with YouTube channels, people without YouTube channels. Because I want, my whole goal with this channel was to help people experience and see things that they may not normally see in their day-to-day knife collecting world. Because I do have a variety of knives. I think I own stuff from the $10 or $12, $15 range and some stuff I've been given for free, all the way up into the $10,000 range and everything in between. I don't think I gravitate towards any one particular price range. I love my Hellraisers. I have the production 295 versions, as well as the $4,000 Damasteel custom version. And I love them both equally, and they both have their uses and their places in my pocket. So, yeah, I love to just share. I love to do videos about all the different knives and try to just, if you don't like this particular video or the video on this particular knife, maybe you'll like the video on this knife or this knife or this knife that just actually went live earlier this morning at time of filming. So I try to have a very variety of videos and knives. And it's because as I've met all of these friends, they now send me a lot of knives. When they buy them, they'll ship them to me so that I can film them and then ship them off to them, which I love. It just talks about the friendships we've built through my channel, through Facebook, through Instagram, and meeting at shows in person. Now, I did not make it to CCKS today because I went to Blade Show West instead. I made a conscious decision to go to Blade Show West. I'd never been to Blade Show West. I'd never been to a Blade Show event anywhere. And there's multiples now. There's Atlanta, there's West, and there's Texas. So I went there because I had some friends there that I wanted to see. And so I kind of spread my time. Next year, though, Friday Night Blade Affair and CCKS. I'm going. I've already talked to my other friends, Chris and Alex. We're like the three amigos down there at CCKS usually. So next year, we'll be there. All three of us in force at for sure, Chris and I will be at Friday Night Blade Affair. Alex, I don't know for sure. I got to talk to him about that. I'm going to Friday Night Blade Affair. I'm going to meet new friends, and I'm going to hang out with my current friends. So, friends. How many of us have them? Let's be okay, that's dumb. I'm going back into the 80s, and I'm aging myself with songs of the 80s. Oh, my goodness. But it's true. Just because they're not in person, just because you don't go to their house every night, doesn't mean they're any less of a friend. And I trust these guys. I trust Jim Skelton, Tristan, and George implicitly, and would send them anything in my collection. Watches, knives, you name it. I would ship it to them tomorrow, and they could have it for however long they wanted. And they would do the same for me, and they have. George sent me a lot of stuff. Jim has sent me stuff. Tristan has sent me stuff. And the list goes on. So this is just a quick thank you. It's also kind of a snapshot in time for when I had the King Battle at my house. Now, it's the King Battle because it's bigger. As we've talked about before, there's like 12 different sizes of battles. This is my mini battle. I think you can tell why I need to have this in my collection one day. Maybe it happens. Maybe it doesn't. I'm not going to stress about it. But you can see there is differences between them all, and I'm kind of lining them up pivots to pivots so you can see the handle length and the blade lengths. And I think this is just a great trifecta of battles. And if you followed my channel at all, you know I'm really big into the pairs and the trifectas. So yeah, it's all good. I have other battles, so I can mix and match. But this would be a cool one to add at some point. But that's totally up to Tristan, and I don't really care. There's no pressure. I know he just sold his other battle. I think this is the last battle that he owns, so it's going to be some time. And that's all good because it's pricey, and it's going to take me time to be ready to cut that check, if you will. So there you go. If you've made it this far, comment friends down below, because really that's what my channel is about. I'm not here to make money. Sure, I make a little ad revenue. Trust me, it doesn't pay even, it doesn't even cover my shipping every year. So I spend about $3,000 in shipping every year, and I don't make that from YouTube ad. But that's not my job. I have a real job that I enjoy, and that's what pays my bills. So it's fine. But the friendships and sharing different knives with the knife world is really why I do this kind of labor of love, if you will. So again, comment friends, have a fantastic day, and thank you for watching this video, and come back tomorrow for more, hopefully, cool stuff.